Welcome to the third video in the series. In this video, we will discuss about exercises. We will discuss about resistance training and cardio. Both of them are important. We will see how to incorporate both in the training. There are some self-learned sections in this video as well. I encourage you to learn those. So let's get started. People go to the gym. They go to the treadmill and start running for weight loss and avoid weightlifting. Both have their own benefits. If you take resistance training, we can build muscle mass, we can improve our bone strength and muscle strength. Our body's metabolism will also improve. But when you compare cardio, it will help us improve our heart and lungs health. Both has its place in the fitness routine. So let's start with resistance training. There are 7 fundamental movements which we use in our daily activities. Push. We will push the door open. We will do push-ups. Pull. We will pull the shutter down. An upward pull movement. Those kind of things. Squat. We will sit down and get up. Hinge. We will bend down to tie our shoelace. Gait. We will walk and run in our daily life. Lunge. We will go up and down the stairs. Those kind of movement. Twist. We will turn to take some things or we will turn to talk to someone. So the exercise we do should replicate these movements so that we build good strength and avoid injury. All the images and videos used in this video are taken from Muscle and Motion. So thanks to them for helping with the content. Now let's get started with the muscle movement. When we do exercise, our muscle undergo 3 types of movement. In exercise, we will lift a weight against a resistance in the direction of the muscle fiber. Let's say that we are doing bicep curl. The muscle fiber runs top to bottom. So we will lift the weight up and down using our biceps. When lifting up, our biceps will produce more energy for the lift. Our muscle contracts. It's the concentric movement. Isometric hold is the one where we keep the weight holding up and the muscle length doesn't change. Muscle tension is sustained over a long period of time. It helps us with the stability. We will see why this kind of isometric exercises are must for avoiding injury. When you lower the weight down in a controlled manner, the muscle length lengthens. It's eccentric motion. This motion is what helps the hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is the word which we use alternatively with the muscle growth. We'll see how the muscle growth happens. When we are doing the controlled eccentric motion, like that is we are slowly releasing the weight down, the muscle undergoes small micro tears. So during workout, we are damaging our muscles with those micro tears. Our body is said to be in catabolic state, that is we are damaging our body. We heal this damage with the protein in our diet. Our body repairs that muscle in our sleep so that it can handle such stress in future. So repair in the sense that it will make the muscle grow and make it to adapt future resistance. That's how muscle grows. Same applies for bone as well. There will be some micro damages in the bone. With our diet and calcium, those damages are repaired, resulting in better bone strength, helping us being injury free in the longer run. That's the way our body is responding to our training. When we do an workout, different muscles in the body takes different roles. First one is agonist. It is the primary mover during a workout. So this muscle helps with the push. So let's say that we are doing bicep curl. Biceps are the agonist. So with the biceps we are doing the lift. Synergist is the muscle which helps us finishing the movement. So we can see the involvement of synergist in compound movements, which we will see in future slides. Antagonist are the muscles which are in the opposite direction of the agonist muscle. They resist the movement of the agonist muscle, which results in the controlled motion. So when we do a bicep curl, our triceps will resist the movement so that we can move the biceps in a controlled way. Stabilizer muscles are the one which helps us stabilize the body during the movement and helps us finish the movement without any pain. Let's take an example of shoulder press. We can see in red color that the anterior deltoid and the lateral deltoid are the prime movers. Don't worry about the muscle names, we'll see those in detail in the future slides. Just understand that the red muscles are the ones which are moving the weight. The muscles in pink, triceps, trapezius, serratus anterior, so they are the synergist. They are helping the agonist muscles to move the weight. We have core, rotators and other kinds of muscle stabilizers to stabilize the shoulder, because we are pushing the weight up. We don't want any unwanted movement in the shoulder. We are aiming to move the weight in the upward direction in a controlled manner. Biceps is the antagonist here because it moves in the opposite direction of triceps for controlled movement. While doing exercise, we should be so aware of what muscles are being involved in this exercise and how we should establish proper muscle-mind connection so that we can engage the proper muscle for the controlled movement. There are three ways in which we can do workout. The first being free weights. So free weights are the ones like dumbbells and barbells. They are not attached to any machines. We can control the movement like however we want. So free weights are more recommended for compound movements. Resistance machines are the machines which you often see in the gym. So they are targeted especially for some particular set of workouts. They are better for isolated movements. It's good for beginners. And then when doing in that, we can try to avoid injuries. Bodyweight, as the name says, we use our body to do the exercise. So we'll do push-ups, pull-ups, squat, lunges. You would have heard me mention the word compound movement before. So there are two types of movement, compound movement and isolated movement. Compound movement are the ones where we involve many muscles in our body to finish the movement, like squats, like deadlifts. We involve most of the muscles in the leg to finish a squat movement. Our body's central nervous system will be activated much more, and we spend so many calories to finish the movement. These compound movements will give our body the signal to secrete more testosterone. That helps in muscle repair and muscle growth. We can increase the weight in compound movements only. So we can let's say for squat, we can start with our bodyweight squat, then we can have a barbell, add 5 kgs in both, and then we can keep on improving the weight. But same way, you can't achieve in isolated movement. Let's say that you are doing bicep curl. After adding some weight in the dumbbell, you can't add much more weight. Before diving deep into what exercises are there, let's first see what muscles we have. I have covered only the major kind of muscles, not the everything, but the major ones which need our attention in the beginning itself, in the immediate phase. Let's start with chest. The chest can be divided into three parts. I have colored the upper chest in red, the middle chest in yellow, and the lower chest in purple. We target them with specific workouts. Let's go for triceps, the muscle behind your biceps. The name triceps says that it has three heads. So from the rear view, we can see the long head and lateral head. We can see the lateral head more from the lateral view, that's the side view. This lateral head is the one which gives that horseshoe looks to the triceps. Underneath these two is the medial head. Then biceps. From the front view, we can see the long head and short head. They give the muscle peak look to the biceps. From the lateral view, we can see the small muscle brachialis. Developing this muscle will give the thickness to the arms. So we should aim properly to hit this muscle doing an workout. Now let's look at the shoulder complex. From the front, we have anterior deltoid. From the lateral side, we have lateral deltoid. From the rear we have posterior deltoid, which we will say as rear delts. Though trapezius come as a part of back muscle, I have included the upper trapezius here. So with all these 4 muscles, it will give a good developed shoulder look, like 3D look. Sometimes I use the word traps instead of trapezius. Both mean the same thing. Let's look at back muscles. It's one of the huge muscles in our body. We have traps. Look at the traps. We have upper, middle and lower traps. Each muscle fibers running in different directions. So we have to hit them differently to achieve growth in those areas. We have the lats below. This is the muscle which gives the V-taper look to the body. It also should be trained in different direction for better growth. Above that we have rhomboids. So below all these muscles we have deep back muscles. So they are responsible for stability of the shoulder. Most of the shoulder pain will come due to one of the muscles being weak or not activated properly or not trained properly. I would recommend you to check out the Squat University channel for better understanding. Dr. Aaron is the best physical therapist who works with the elite athletes like Indian weightlifter Mirabai Channu. It's a legit channel. It's the best channel to see to avoid any kind of injuries during a lift. So let's proceed for forearms. Forearms have many muscles to do many operations like palm up and down, flexion and extension. I have covered only the major muscle brachioradialis. Next we have 2 major muscles in the neck which are responsible for posture and stability. They are levator scapula and SCM. When we hunch down to see the laptops, these muscles get involved. We have to stretch these properly and strengthen other neck muscles for better posture. So now that the upper body is done, let's look at the legs. We'll start with the upper portion. From the front we have quadriceps, which basically has like 4 muscles. That's why the name quadriceps. We will call it as quads. To the rear we have hamstrings. Above hamstrings we have glutes. In glutes we have gluteus maximus and gluteus medius. Weak gluteus medius can cause stability issues, so it should be activated properly. This muscle is responsible for internal and external movement of thigh. So let's look at lower legs. We have calves. Calves is essentially 2 muscle groups. The outer one is gastrocnemius and the inner one is soleus. The inner thighs are called the adductor muscles, helps in the horizontal motion. So it pulls our body towards the midline of the body. So hence the name adductor. So now let's see the favorite muscles, the abs. We have 2 oblique muscles on the sides. External oblique, the muscle fibers run top down. Beneath that we have internal oblique where the muscle fibers run upward. In the center we have rectus abdominis, the 6-pack muscle. But the real deal is the muscles underneath those abs muscles. They are core muscles. We have transverse abdominis where the muscle fibers run in the horizontal direction. We have erector spinae, group of muscles running along the spinal cord. We have diaphragm at the top and pelvic floor at the bottom. So these 4 muscles form like a closed can structure. So these are all the internal muscles in our body. Continuing to those 4 muscles, we have quadratus lumborum, multifidus and rotatus. These are all important. I'll tell you why. You see, this is the neutral spine. As you can see, it is not a straight line, it's curved. When you see what separates the upper body from the lower body, it's just the spine in between. We have no other bones. So when you bend down to do squats or when you bend down to take some weights, you shouldn't put much resistance in the spine because you will get lower back pain. So that's where the core muscles get involved. When you do such kind of activities, you have to activate those core muscles properly so that those core muscles will help the spine maintain the neutral position so that you can finish the movement properly and pain-free. So movement mechanics. So this section has two slides of self-learned topics. The first one is fundamental movements terminology. There are different terms which we will use to define a movement. For example, when you lift the forearm for bicep curl, we call it flexion. When we rotate the palm down, we call it pronation. So these kind of body movements are defined here. The next one is plane of motion. They define the plane in which the movement occurs. For example, when we do bicep curl, we move the arms up and down. But when doing jumping jacks, we move the arms sideways. Now let's proceed for exercise library. I have just shared the list of major exercises to stick to. They cover all the muscle groups. So let's check those list of exercises. But before that, let's have some 4 points in our mind. Whenever we are doing an exercise, we need to make sure that we are doing a proper form so that we don't get injury. When doing that exercise, we should feel the muscle which helps us finishing the movement. While doing a movement, we should do it in a full range of motion, meaning that when I do bicep curl, I should lengthen my bicep to till the below, and then I should lift the weight till the top. I shouldn't stop in between or move the body in a way that I finish with half reps. While doing each repetition of the exercise, we should control our breathing. So for example, during bicep curl, before lifting the weight, we should inhale and maintain the abdominal pressure inside the core. Then lift the weight up, exhale during the eccentric phase. Let's start with the core exercise because it is the most important one. Before doing any workout on any day, start with the core workout first. I recommend doing McGill Big 3, planks and shoulder taps. Make sure that we are engaging our core muscles properly in all the compound exercises. I have shared the workout references in the video description. Please check those out. These are all the list of exercises covering different areas of chest. Now let's see only bench press. During bench press, we have pectoralis major as agonist muscle. That's the prime mover. The synergist muscles are triceps, anterior deltoid and serratus anterior. So you can see how all these muscles help in finishing the movement. For back, we keep in mind that all the vertical movements like pull-ups, lat down, they all add width to your back. While the horizontal movement like rows, they add thickness to your muscles. These are all the list of exercises covering different areas of back at different angle. Now let's see only the lat pull down. You can think of lat pull down as two parts exercise. First is scapular retraction and depression, where you pull the scapula back and down to stabilize the shoulder. The second one is pulling the weight down. Here the lats is the agonist muscle. We have traps, rear delt, biceps as synergist. Generally in back exercises, we involve forearms and biceps a lot, so those muscles will be engaged. In lat pull down, we will use core muscles as stabilizer. Now let's see rear delt high row. It is one of the exercises which doesn't involve lats. It targets our rear delt along with rhomboids and middle traps. These are all the list of exercises covering shoulders. Now let's see only the lateral raise. So here you can see that we are involving our lateral delts, so the side delt as the prime move. For biceps, it's enough to do only two exercises as a main thing. First one being inclined dumbbell curl and the cross body curl. In the inclined dumbbell curl, we are trying to hit the long head and the short head of the biceps. Using cross body hammer curl, we are hitting the brachialis. So these two should be good because we are hitting the biceps during our back workout. For triceps, you have to work out differently. We will stretch the long head and lateral head in a workout, followed by another workout to contract those. We'll see those in the upcoming slide. We'll use reverse grip cable push down to target the medial head. You see the first two exercises of triceps. The first one is lengthening the long and lateral head, while the second one is creating a contraction of the triceps, which the first one can't achieve. The last one is a reverse grip push down for the medial head. For forearm, you can try all these exercises. We need to work out our forearm to improve our grip strength, because having good grip will lead to better lift. Now we'll see the leg exercises. Most of the leg exercises consume more energy as the leg muscles are bigger compared to the upper body muscles. Doing them in a proper form is must to avoid injury. For that we have to engage our core properly. Let's see only the squats now. For squats, you can see like full leg, all the muscles and legs are getting involved. The prime movers being quads and glutes. You can keep your feet a bit flat out as per your convenience and whatever feel natural to you. Move your knee over your feet while coming down. Your knee should go over the feet. That way you will be able to feel your glutes. Make sure that you are keeping your core engaged, back muscles squeezed for the better upper body control. Try to come down as much as possible and try to do reps. Next we will see Romanian deadlift. This is mainly to concentrate on hamstrings and glutes. The difference between squat and Romanian deadlift is that we won't move the knee past our feet. We will just move our glutes backward so that we can stretch the hamstrings as much as we can. Now abs. For six pack, you don't need plenty of exercise, just two variations. First one being a crunch kind of variation. The second one being leg raise. That's all. No more exercises because we are already activating our core too much in our compound movements. Now let's see stretches. Why they're important and why we should do it before and after our workouts. Dynamic stretches. So they are the ones we have to do before the workout. The reason we are doing it is because we have to warm up the blood around the muscle which we are going to do the workout for. Think of our muscle like a rubber band. If the rubber band is cold and we pull it, it will snap. So we have to warm the rubber band first for the proper pulling movement. Same way we have to warm the muscle first before putting any stress. So based on the workout of our day, we have to properly choose the dynamic stretch. If it is a leg day, we have to do leg specific dynamic stretches. I would recommend to do dynamic stretches for neck always. Next we have static stretches, where we keep the muscle elongated in a position for more than 15 to 30 seconds. It will relax our muscle. We must do it for the muscle for which we have worked out for the day. Let's say that we have done chest, so we need to do static stretches for the chest. Let's say that we have done legs, we have to do static stretches for the legs. Okay, so since we are doing work in front of the computer, our shoulders are always hunching towards a laptop, leading to weak rotator cuff muscles. It should be properly activated before the upper body workouts. So follow these three. Make sure that we are doing those before the upper body workouts to have pain-free or injury-free workouts, because any kind of upper body workout, we are involving our shoulders. We are also sitting in front of the computer for the long time, so it will cause our hip flexor muscles to be overactive, because we are always keeping these muscles contracted. So these are all the deep muscles of the hip. We have to do hip flexor muscles stretches every day to compensate for that stretch. So here is a self-learned section again. Learn what is muscle imbalance, why that occurs, what are all the overactive and underactive muscles, and why we should strengthen the underactive muscle and stretch the overactive muscle. Workout structure. So let's discuss how we should work out doing a single gym session. Let's say that our aim is to do leg workout. In what order we should do? We should always start with dynamic warm-up. Get the blood moving. Do some dynamic stretches, do some light cardio, make sure that we are not exhausting our energy. Then we will do core activation and any kind of stabilization work. Followed by that, we will finish up the leg workout or any kind of the muscle that we have targeted for that day. Aim for the compound lift first, as they consume so much of energy. Then do cardio of any kind. We can do it based on our goal. Then we can finish off with static stretching for better recovery. Okay, now we know that we have to lift weights, but how do we know how much to do? So we quantify those with sets, reps, and rest time. Reps are number of times you lift the weight continuously within a set. You don't put the weight down and continue to lift the weight. Sets are number of groups, number of times you are repeating the set of reps. So for example, I have done a bicep curl for 12 repetitions. I'll keep the weight down and then I'll pick it up, do another 12 reps. Now that makes 2 sets. Rest time is the duration we pass between sets to recover. Okay, so there are different sets, reps, and rest range. But how do we know which one we have to follow? So these are all the possible ranges for different goals. For endurance, you have to follow a different way. For hypertrophy, you have to follow a different way. For strength building, you have to follow a different way. For beginners, I would recommend to stick to hypertrophy range, where we do 2 to 3 sets of a single exercise. We repeat for 8 to 12 reps. The 12 reps in the sense that the 12th rep we are doing, we should be pushing our max to finish that rep. And then we rest 60 to 90 seconds in between. Okay, so now we have done some set of exercise, and then we have done the same for a month. We will get used to that weight. So 12 reps would have been much easier. So how do we progress from here? We can do it in 2 ways. Either we can increase the weight so that we will be able to do just 12 reps, or try to go for 15 reps and then increase the weight and then go for 12 reps. So we can do either way. For hypertrophy, go with more weights and then aim for 12 reps. Okay, so now we know what order of workout we have to do in a day. But how do we structure our workout within a week? As a beginner, we can aim for one muscle group per day. So in that day, we can aim for only 2 to 3 exercises with light weights. That's all. Our aim is to perfect the form. So the schedule might be like, we can do chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, leg on Wednesday, take a rest, shoulder on Friday and arms on Saturday, and then take a rest again. It's okay if you can't do any workout in a week. You can just skip a day and then continue from there. It's okay, no worries. Remember that we are in this for a long term. We don't see quick results. As a beginner, we have to make sure that we are doing all the exercises with the proper form. So once all the exercises are getting comfortable, and then we are good with working heavier weights, we can go for intermediate range where we can aim to work out only 4 days a week. So in that 4 days a week, we can work out like push, pull, leg and missed parts. We can do push on one day, pull on one day, leg on one day, and other parts on the remaining day. Push always involves exercises involving chest, shoulder and triceps. For pull, it will involve back and biceps. So it is another 4-day kind of split. We can do upper and lower in the first 2 days, take a rest, and then repeat again, take two more days of rest. We can include abs and cardio as we see fit. Let's say that we are so busy in a week and then we can work out only 3 days a week. At that time, we can follow these splits. We can work like legs on one day, push on one day, pull on another day, or we can work out like full body workout on one day, take a rest upper body on another day, take a rest lower body on another day. Let's say that we are so busy, we can work out only 2 times a week. We can go with full body workout on each day. Select exercise in a way that you are covering all the body parts, and then make sure that you are giving importance to compound movements first. This is another self-run section. So there are different ways in which we can organize the workout in a session. Like we can choose to do different kinds of workout back to back in a row, or we can choose to involve opposite muscles together in a set. Like we can choose to work out back immediately followed by doing a workout for chest. You can explore and then see how each one is different and what advantage each gives. Ego. So when we do workout in the gym, we should not have ego. There will always be times, there will be people who are younger than me, who are elder than me, who will be doing better lifts with better weights. So we shouldn't get intimidated by those. Our aim is to get fit in the longer term. We should be improving and progressing on ourselves. Don't compare, don't do ego lifting. So those things will lead to injuries. I have seen many people getting disc bulge because of doing heavy weight in the squats or deadlift. So be careful. So these are the YouTube channels you can follow to know more about exercises. Okay, so now let's go with cardio. Let's start with the energy systems. When we do an activity, based on the duration and intensity of that activity, the energy source will vary. Let's say that I'm sprinting fast. My body won't make use of fat as energy source, because as you can see, it will make use of different sources like ATP, creatine phosphate and glycogen as energy source. They will get depleted within 2 to 3 minutes. So that's the reason why we can't sprint more than like 2 to 3 minutes. So these systems, they don't require oxygen to produce energy. So hence the name anaerobic system. Aerobic system is the one where our body uses oxygen to produce energy. So those activities will be like long distance jogging or brisk walking. So in those kind of activities, our body will make use of the fat in our body as energy source. These are all different cardio training zones. Here max HR means maximum heart rate. Consider the 50 to 60% max heart rate zone. So here the activity will be like a brisk walk. Here our body will make use of only the fat as energy source. That's why when you walk 10,000 steps a day, our weight will come down. It's because we are walking 10,000 steps in a day for so many days. our body makes use of fat as energy source, so our body's weight naturally comes down. In a 60 to 80% of max HR range, our body makes use of both fat and glycogen for energy use. Compared to the previous zone, here our body will spend more calories in a lesser amount of time. This zone is generally called zone 2 cardio. In the last zone, we perform at our max capacity. It is the anaerobic zone. We don't need oxygen to do these intense activities. It's good for our heart health. It will improve our VO2 max. VO2 max is the maximum oxygen our body can use during an intense exercise. HIIT and 4x4 are the different type of activities which will improve our VO2 max. The abbreviation of HIIT is high intensity interval training. It means that we perform a high intensity activity for some time and then rest for some time. For example, we can choose to do 30 minutes of intensity activity like battle ropes, burpees, jumping jacks, and then rest for another 30 seconds and then repeat the same for 10 to 15 minutes. Another protocol is 4x4. It is similar to HIIT, but we will do high intensity activity for 4 minutes, rest for 3 minutes, repeat the same for 4 minutes. Don't do this in the beginning itself. Get better with HIIT and then improve for 4x4. So this is one of the famous question everyone has. Can we lose fat at a particular spot? Quick answer, no. We can't decide how our body should lose fat. Our body decides itself where to take the fat from. The only thing which we can control is that we can be in a caloric deficit. That is, we eat less than we spend our energy. So just be consistent with the diet and workout. So in the long term, results will come. So don't worry. As usual, we have implementation path. We have discussed so many points. We have discussed so many exercises. So don't worry about everything. This is the implementation path. You finish off one by one and then proceed to another with confidence. Don't be in an urgency. Start with dynamic stretches, core and rotator cuff isometric exercises. Do 1 or 2 basic workouts. Develop better mind muscle connection. Do it with the proper form. Then go for cardio. Just keep on improving. There is no urgency to learn everything now. There is no urgency to get everything done now. Just keep on improving. If you like the video, please share it with your friends and family who might find this useful. To support DadFit, you can grab me a cup of coffee using the link in the description. For personal training, check out dadfit.in. Thank you for your time. Bye.